Good evening, everyone. 16 Legs to See here. Captain Matt. Good day, big day tomorrow. Good day today. We got our windlass fixed. So parts are in and it's working good. Everything is ready to go for tomorrow. So we're dealing with a couple of weather conditions that are making it a little more difficult. We have what's called a double low tide happening right now because there's been so much northerly winds that as the tide comes back, there's just so much pressure against it from the wind that it's not coming back. So we're actually getting negative tides. It's not super awful, but we were running negative like 0.6 feet this morning and running negative 0.4 tomorrow. So that delays us getting out unless we want to leave at like 2 a.m. in the morning with the tide, which we're not going to do. I'm not going to do night travel. We're going to have to wait a little bit before we can get on the water. So props probably won't turn until about 11 o'clock. So as such, we're going to break this trip up into two chunks, and we're going to forego Marathon and head straight to Key West. We're going to do the first half to Cape Sable. There's a couple really nice anchorages right there. So we're going to head out of Marco Island, head south, and work our way down the markers. And then anchor up in Cape Sable, turn the Ginny on, and do some dinner and watch the sunset. And weather looks really good for a pretty calm night. Wind will start picking up the following morning. We'll pull up anchor around 11:30 to noon. And then we'll head across the Florida Bay as the tide comes back up. And again, we're trying to time these tides as high as possible. There's a lot of shallow water in the Keys and a lot of shoaling that you have to worry about where the sand has moved around. So you just got to be very aware of that. So the higher the tide, the less chance you're going to run aground. It doesn't eliminate the chances, but it certainly makes it a little bit better if you've got a foot or two of extra water underneath you that you didn't have versus a negative. In fact, speaking to that negative, a couple of the boats here in the harbor, some of the sailboats with the keels, the bigger keels, were actually on their keels in their slips this morning. So you could actually see them tilting just a little bit. So it really demonstrated how low the tide was this morning. So again, we're going to have to kind of work our way around that. But we're really looking forward to it. We think that tomorrow night should be a really great night. Anchoring out off of Cape Sable. It's just about a 3-hour cruise down the shore line. So if we head out at 11 o'clock tomorrow, we should be in there by 2:30, 3 o'clock at the latest. And then that'll give us plenty of time to get the anchor set before sundown and make sure that everything is, buttoned up tight for the night. And like I said, we'll just anchor up there. Everything else looks really good. I've checked all the fluid levels of both the engines, the generator, everything that, walking through my checkpoints, making sure everything's ready to go. Again, the windlass is working, so the anchor is working. And again, I know how to do it manually, of course, but it's really nice when it's obviously working on the motor. We prepared what we call a ditch bag, and we have a life raft. I did end up buying a new life raft, 4-person life raft, as I was just not comfortable buying a used one because I just didn't know how old the CO2 cartridges would be. Sorry, it's slipping out of my hand here, the phone. And so I just really wanted something that was more up to date. If we do have to ditch, we have a 4-person life raft. We have a ditch bag, which has, water, food, clothing, sunblock, extra VHF radio, so we can communicate with that. And then of course we have the an EPIRB, which is a GPS beacon that will go off and notify Coast Guard of our exact position, which we've registered with the national broadcast, whatever, the EPIRB website, so to make sure that it's fully registered to us. And if it does go off, they'll know exactly how many people are on board, cats, everything. They'll know who to be looking for, and within 100 feet of where the EPIRB is at, they'll be able to find us. So ideally, we won't need any of that, of course, but again, we're just trying to be prepared as best we can. So I've got 2.5 gallons of water. I've got, like I said, the life raft. It's quite a bit, saws and weird stuff like Castaway. I saw the movie Castaway, I think on HBO Max, and I was tempted to watch it, and I was like, maybe I'd be tempting fate. So I sure hope that we don't have to experience any of that. I do still have to figure out my tie down on the front of my dinghy. It's too short for a ratchet. So I'm just going to have to tie it down with a rope really tight and get it knotted down really good. And we'll deal with that tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I'm just going to pump out, put fresh water on. I've already got a full tank of fuel. I was able to have a gentleman fill me up right here at the slip. So we got a full tank of fuel. I'll have full water, and I'll have an empty waste tank. So those are all good feelings for boaters. Get 2 tanks full and the other one completely empty. Yeah, that's about it for 16 Legs to Sea tonight. We've been doing well. Everyone's doing well. So thanks for following along. I don't know when I'll be able to record or drop the next one. It may not be tomorrow night, as we'll maybe out of cellular connection. If we are within cellular connection off of Cape Sable, I will probably do a live broadcast, perhaps, of the sunset for you all. I thought that might be nice, but no guarantees. I might just have to record it and send it to you in a video format. Anyways, hope you are all well. This is 16 Legs to Sea once again. Thanks for following along, and we'll talk to you soon.